All right, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to talk about some childness taking place between some kids and a man that is too old to be getting involved in it. Let's talk about that. Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, and Floyd Mayweather Jr. in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. Before I get into the video, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, and thank you guys for continually watching the videos throughout this quarantine. It's starting to feel as if, at least as boxing goes, that there's a little light on the at the end, a little light on the horizon, and we might be getting boxing back sooner, pretty soon, hopefully. In the meantime, though, thank you guys so much for supporting. Thank you for supporting in the live streams. Thank you for supporting as a member to the channel. Also, thank you to everybody that is a member of the Patreon and goes to OG Boxing Talk and supports with their super chats and their cash apps. It's so appreciated. Thank you guys very much. Let's talk about some silliness. And I know that this is silliness, okay? I know it. However, it is Monday morning on, I think this is Memorial Day, Labor Day or something. When you're working home all the time, my holidays always get twisted up, regardless of some holidays. So let's just get up and talk about whatever subject is actually popping in the sport of boxing. And this subject matter has a lot of people's interest, and it is the back and forth between Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, Devin Haney is the WBA champion at lightweight, and Gervonta Davis is the WBA regular champion at lightweight. Now, you would think that since one is the regular champion, which is not the super champion, that is Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney is, Gervonta Davis has secondary belt, and Devin Haney has the real WBC belt. So you would think you're talking about one guy being a champion and the other guy being somebody that is, aspiring to be a champion. But that's not the scenario. You got one guy who's Johnny Cash Cow, and you got another guy that is a very good fighter, but yet is unproven because not through any fault of his own, but through jacked up machinations going on over there at the WBC, he's not been able to prove that he truly is, a top level fighter in the lightweight division, and that is Devin Haney. Now, Gervonta Davis is promoted by Mayweather Promotions, and Devin Haney is promoted by Devin Haney Promotions and in partnership with Matchroom Boxing. One guy fights on DAZN. That is Devin Haney, and the other guy fights on Showtime and is really the man at Showtime right now, being the only guy over there that can really pull in, serious numbers, legitimate numbers on their platform, while many of the other stars that were with Showtime have migrated to Fox. I wouldn't be surprised if Gervonta Davis eventually moves over to the Fox as well. But for the time being, he's looking at his next fight being a Showtime pay-per-view fight between himself and Leo Santa Cruz, right? Now, what's the beef? Gervonta Davis saw a pic. Well, actually, Devin Haney and or Floyd Mayweather Jr. posted a video of Devin Haney training with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Gervonta Davis takes exception to it and says, "Hey, they're both adversaries in my book, and I'm ready to fight either one of them, Floyd included." So people took that to mean that Devin Haney was not Gervonta Davis was not happy with the fact that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is working with Devin Haney. So now Devin Haney comes back and says, "Hey, why don't you just mind your own business, man? Don't worry. You got a fight with Leo Santa Cruz coming up. You need to focus on your fight with Leo Santa Cruz. Leave me and Floyd Mayweather Jr. alone. Handle our business." Right? Classic yappity back and forth between two fighters that, in my opinion, will never ever fight one another in the ring. Now, what do I actually believe is happening with Devin Haney and Floyd Mayweather Jr.? It is my suspicion right? And this is what I do. Guess what? I get to tell you what my suspicions are. I get to tell you what it is that I think might be going on because I am a boxing fan. And I do not market myself to any one of y'all as being a boxing media source. I am looking what's going on in the boxing media and what actually goes on in the ring. And then I give you my perspective on it. You can take it or you can leave it. I don't particularly care, but thank you for your support. My take on it is this. That Devin Haney and Floyd Mayweather Jr. primarily sees an opportunity to grow his company. And that is his company is Floyd Mayweather is TMT Mayweather Promotions. That is his company that Gervonta Davis is signed to. However, at the moment, Gervonta Davis sits in Mayweather Promotions similar to the way that Canelo Alvarez sits with Golden Boy. That being that Canelo Alvarez is the cash cow for Mayweather, for Golden Boy, and you really can't name another fighter that is doing any serious numbers. They have the potential for Ryan Garcia, and they're trying to grow Ryan Garcia to that point, but it's not at that level yet. So you got Canelo Alvarez is the main breadwinner. Like I think I heard as much as 90% of the money coming through Golden Boy Promotions is coming through Canelo. And then you have Gervonta Davis, and I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case with Mayweather Promotions and Gervonta Davis, because Gervonta Davis is the only main attraction that they have. I know they participated in some other matches where they might have served as co-promoter or something like that, like Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 2, but I still haven't seen but neither one of them are actually fighting for Mayweather Promotions. So I think that they're taking on more of a role similar to what Tom Brown has with the PBC, or what Lou DiBella used to have with the PBC, where they would serve as the site promoter and do a lot of the work, at the site, but they didn't have the fighters themselves sign the contracts. That's what it seems like what's going on with Mayweather Promotions with the other fights that they were involved with. But the only guy that I really see signed to them is, obviously there's Floyd Mayweather Jr., but Floyd Mayweather Jr. is not coming out of retirement, right? But of the boxers, it's Gervonta Davis. And now we have an opportunity that Floyd Mayweather Jr. sees an opportunity to sign more. I think he really has a legitimate opportunity to sign, at least in a co-promotional type of way, Devin Haney and several of the other fighters that are over at DAZN right now, because DAZN, it looks like DAZN might be going out of business. And anybody that is not thinking that it might be, that is over there, I think you need to get your resume ready. That's the type of situation that DAZN's in, because DAZN they just announced last week that they're either looking to sell it or they're looking to get additional investors, because right now they're just bleeding money, and they're bleeding money and subscribers, right? So they were already paying a lot of money for fights and they didn't necessarily have the subscribers, but with this whole virus thing and boxing being shut down now, I doubt if they have any of the subscribers. I mean, if they had 4 million worldwide subscribers and they haven't put on an event for 2 months, how many subscribers do you think that they have left? I would suspect that 90% of them would have been like, no. I suspect 90% of them would say, no, give me my money back. No, I'm gone, right? Now, there are some people that kept it just because they don't remember they have it, right? Which is one of the catches when they do those type of things is, you kind of forget you have the subscription going. So there might be, say there's 10% of people that just forgot they have DAZN, right? Or too lazy or unconcerned just to get rid of it. They have to be bleeding. So all of those fighters or whatever, if they're not able to get their fight dates, and when they come back, DAZN is still saying that they got to cut this, at least through Eddie Hearn, they're saying they got to cut the salaries of fighters. So Floyd Mayweather Jr. is in a perfect position to snatch up several of those guys. I would like the Devin. Some of them are big time guys. Some of them are not so big, not so big time. Tevin Farmer is somebody. Devin Haney, somebody, Demetrius Andre to somebody that's over there. I absolutely positively expect those guys, if the zone falters, to go. And that's why more than likely Devin Haney and Gervonta and Floyd Mayweather Jr. are talking. And there's no amount of complaining that is going to get Floyd Mayweather Jr. out of the mindset that he needs to grow, his business. And if he working with fighters and personally talking to fighters and explaining to them how he can be of help to them is what's going to get him signed, then Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to be hands-on enough to do that and get those guys signed. There's just not a lot of, so at the end of the day, Gervonta Davis just got to suck it up, and that's what's going to be, man. And I would expect people over at the PBC to think that way as well, because, hey, man, if the zone goes out, that's an influx of fighters to come over there to the PBC and to compete for dates. Anyway, that's my take on the situation. You let me know your take on it. And with that, I'm out. Peace.